Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics. And today is a new comic book day. So I felt like there was no other better day to make a new video and I show you guys some of the stuff that I've picked up, not just today, but over the past couple of weeks or since the last time you seen me. A lot of things have been going on, things in the news. Um, Everybody's talking about the Stephen A. Smith and LeBron confrontation. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge LeBron fan. I'm a big LeBron fan. I personally think that LeBron is the GOAT based on, his accolades, his longevity, the style that he plays. He plays team basketball, in my opinion, and that's the biggest divide between Jordan and LeBron for me. I have no problem saying that Jordan is the most epic player ever to grace the court, and he's as vital to basketball as James Naismith. If you don't know who that is, then we shouldn't be having this conversation. But um, people have been going crazy because LeBron went up to Stephen A. Smith on the side, of the third quarter of a game on the sideline, and he basically was, saying, something about Bronny, stop dogging, my son. Stephen A. in return is saying that, in aftermath, he's saying he never dogged Bronny, but he actually did. He actually questioned LeBron as a father, saying, "As a father, I'm begging." When he said, "As a father, I am begging you to stop this," that's when it went from him being a basketball critic to him directly talking about LeBron's approach to fatherhood and the position that he claims that LeBron put his son in. Nobody is asking the question of why so much attention on Bronny's play when there's people that went ahead of him in the draft that nobody's talking about. Bronny went 50. What was it? He was the 55th pick, I believe. But out of 96 rookies that have donned the NBA court this season, out of 98 total that have played in games, Bronny is, ranked probably like 60 something. Like I think he's 64 or 65. So he's not like the worst rookie. He's not the best rookie. But, he's playing commensurate to the position that he was picked in. So for Stephen A. or anybody else to criticize the kid on, him not doing this and not doing that, and it was based off of that Philly game when Bronny came in early in the game and he got that work put to him by Tyrese Maxey. But the real question is who hasn't Tyrese gave that work to? If you're watching basketball, Tyrese giving everybody that work. So that's for them to pick on Bronny for getting worked over by that dude. That's silly. That's pitiful. But he's been doing good otherwise. I saw him the other night and he shot an air ball, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna be talking about the fact that he did hit a three early in the game, and then he came back and he hit a wide open air ball. But the funny thing is, a couple of nights later, Luca did the same thing. Well, Luca actually hit the side of the backboard, and some other people shot air balls that I watched. Vando shot an air ball. So it's part of basketball. Get over that. The kid's gonna get better. He's not gonna be, like his daddy. He's not gonna be, one to consider the GOAT or anything like that. Bryce might be another beast. That's my guy. Bryce is my guy. I like both of them, but Bryce is my guy. But anyway, what else has been going on? I don't know. A bunch of crazy stuff. I went to a dope bookstore in Tampa. You guys, I'm in the Tampa Bay area. I went to this dope bookstore. It's a black-owned bookstore, and the name of it is Black English. Y'all know I like to pick up stickers wherever I go, but I picked up this sticker. It's a Black English from and I believe that the name of the store was named after Edgar Allan Poe quote, and he said something about Black English. I can't quote it to you. I don't know. But I also picked up a dope James Baldwin sticker as well. That's my guy. I'm a fan of all things James, like LeBron, James Baldwin, James Evans on Good Times, Captain James T. Kirk. Y'all know how I flow. Anyway, Let's see, what else do I have? So let me get. I'm basically gonna get into these books because I don't want this video to be super long, but I want y'all to hear me though. So without further ado, it's up there. Let's get it. All right, so this past week, I've been around a little bit. I went to this thing called the Polycon over in Lakeland. It was at the Polytechnical College. A lot of people don't know about it, but if you're going down I-4, it's that weird looking building once you get up in Lakeland that's over to the right as you're going towards Orlando. I always pass it, never paid it too much of attention other than the architecture of the building. But anyway, they had some type of con over there. My man Sherrick from Plant City Comics Cafe, he had a booth over there. I was gonna go hang out with him, but once I got there, it wasn't my type of crowd. It was anime based, which I'm not really, that deep into anime. Not, I'm very shallow with anime. I don't know a lot about it, and there was a lot of cosplay going on. One thing that I noticed that it wasn't any blurs that I saw, and they also weren't carrying any bags. I didn't see people going to and fro with any comics, and I'm like, I know Sherrick has a few, but I can get them at the store. So, it wasn't something that was entertaining. And plus, it was like $32 to get in. So, me and my daughter, that's like $64 that I can do what with? I can spin the block and I can go back down to Plant City Comics Cafe in Plant City, and I can pick up a stack of comics and use that same money that I was gonna use and buy comics from there. And that's what I did. So the first couple of stacks, well, the first stack that I'm going to show you guys, stuff that I picked up from there. This was in the dollar bin. This is Ninja High School 179. I don't know anything about it. I just thought the cover looked cool. I had to go through it to make sure that it wasn't adult content because I like the look of it, but the adult content, I want to keep it in my hands and not end up putting it in a box that I'm going to give to some kids or give away to people without knowing. So, but anyway, I picked this up for $1, and now this one did come up to be an adult book, and there's no nudity in it, but there's like a lot of adult innuendo in it. But I thought the cover was cool. Has the gate. I thought it was like bondage. I had to look close to see that she's actually holding the door, and she's not tied to something. So it attracted me because I thought it was like one of them bondage covers, which is the thing these days. People are really into that. This is Fearless Dawn's The Bomb, and I have a couple other Fearless Dawn books. This one is by Asylum Press, and I actually got this one for like $8. Another dollar book I picked up was Creatures of the Night, The Prowler. This is Enter the Night Creeper, Exit the Prowler. I don't know anything about the story, but I opened it up and flipped through it, and it is what I thought it was. It was going to be something dope. So that's what attracted me to this because, I'm always thinking of, Miles's uncle as the Prowler, not the original one, but this guy. So, yeah. Pick that up. This is issue number 2. I think it is a 4-issue series. So now I got to go back and I got to try to find the other 3. So 1, 3, and 4. I also picked up another hardware book that I did not have. This is hardware number 7. This was also in the dollar bin. So this is hardware Guilty number 7. Picked that up from Milestone. I also picked up this one from Blood Syndicate. This is Blood Syndicate number 3. And I actually have this book I think I have like 4 copies of this already. But with all things, if it's in the dollar bin and it's anything Milestone, I'm going to buy it anyway. I'm going to add it to my collection. So once I do complete a complete run, I may not complete just one run. I may have like an extra run period that I can end up doing a giveaway with because it's Milestone. Y'all know what it is. All right, so some of the stuff that was in my pull box, which I have changed my pull box from the previous comic book store that I was at. Wasn't satisfied with the treatment that I received by one of the people there that was real cool with me. I always talk about them. I still implore people that if you're in the Clearwater area, y'all, there's only one comic book store that's on that level. That, you know, if you're looking for something in the back issues, if you're looking for vintage books, that's the place that you want to go to. That's the spot. But like I said, I'm not giving them any more pub other than talk about my homie, and she's out right now. But it is what it is. I'm wasting enough breath on that. But anyway, changed my pull box to Plant City Comics Cafe so I can have things that are pulled exclusively for me, and I can go over there and get them. It's not always going to be where I can get them the week it comes out, so sometimes it's a little delayed. But I picked up Geiger number 12. I don't know if you guys are reading this Geiger series, but I've kind of switched lanes and have started being more focused on like Hyde Park and some other stuff. I caught up with my King Spawn stuff. This is King Spawn 40. This is King Spawn 41. Pick that up. And King Spawn 42. So I picked those up and add those to my King Spawn collection. And this is what I was talking about. This is Hyde Street. This is one of the best, absolute best series out right now. I don't know if you guys are reading it, but if you're slightly into horror comics, entertaining, funny, and it's a wild ride. So you might find yourself on Hyde Street. This is my man Planky right here. So I'm gonna do an individual video about Hyde Street because, like I said, this is one of the dopest series out right now. But this is an extra copy, extra cover that I got. I got the A cover. I think this one may be the B cover, but this is number 3. And then I got another B cover. This is issue number 4 of Hyde Street. Really, really dope series by Jeff Johns, Ivan Reese, and Danny Mickey. Who else is Brad Anderson and Rob Lay. So yeah, y'all definitely check that out. Definitely check out my upcoming video when I talk about it. This is also another book that I have been looking for this and looking for this. I have so many different Black Panther books, but this was a cover that I never came across. Finally caught up to it at Plant City Comics Cafe and added it to the collection. So I got this, and my big, more than $1 book, more than, $3 or $4 more than cover price book that I picked up. I have never had the Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man number 1 in my collection. I have other issues, but I didn't have number 1. Finally acquired this one. This one is probably a mid-grade copy of it, but yeah, I picked this up and happy to have it in my collection. So that's what I picked up from Plant City Comics Cafe. And that other store that I was talking about, like I said, I still go there. I'm not going to, say that I don't. It's just I'm not giving them free publicity anymore by talking about them on my channel. So, but if you're in the Clearwater area, looking for LCS, that you may get treated better. You may not be disgruntled like I am or something like that, but it is a good spot to go to. All right, so I picked this up, and I never seen it before. It's a Gold Key comic. It is Brothers of the Spear. So I picked this up. I think this was like $3 or $4, but I grabbed this just to add it to the collection because it's something that I didn't know about. Seen some melanated brothers on the cover, and that kind of motivated me to pick it up. Picked up this Grim Wit, and you can thank who is it? What's my man name? I can't think of his name right now, but I was watching somebody else. Gary, yeah, Gary. I was watching Gary's channel. And he had found one of these in a collection, and he pointed it out, and I looked it up, and I was like, "Yo, that's one of those adult title books that I want to add to my collection." This is a low grade copy, but it was only a few bucks, so I got this as well. And a book that they had been holding for me for a minute. I have this cover already. I have this one already, but it's something that I wanted to add. And this is Tomb of Dracula. This one is number 45. And it's in a higher grade than the one that I already had. So I wanted to grab this one. The tag says it's a 7.5, but I actually graded out at between an 8.0 and an 8.5. So this is definitely something I wanted in my collection whenever it comes to Blade stuff. All right, so moving right along, let me see how what my time is looking like. And all right, so also some of the modern books that I picked up. This one is X-Men 13 with Storm on the cover, and I really like that cover. But X-Men has been a really good read. A lot's going on in it. I'm enjoying this series, so this is something else you might want to check out. I picked up this Power Man Timeless #2 with the old Luke Cage on it. So um, let me see if I got it. Yeah, hopefully that's not without glare or whatever. So yeah, I picked that up, and of course I picked up the new Black Lightning, and has his daughters on the cover by Brandon Thomas. This is Black Lightning. I was looking to see, okay, variant cover by Tom Rainey and Michael uh, Atiyah, or I don't know, but anyway, but this is #5, yeah, #5 of Black Lightning. Loving this series as well. Uh, Picked up the Ultimates #10, and this was pretty good. It was like I had to read it twice because some of the stuff I was trying to figure out who was who, but basically they go and they raid this Red Skull like camp, and there's like a whole bunch. It's a Red Skull cult that they call it, but they go in and they raid that, and there's a surprise at the end for them to find out who is under the Red Skull mask or whatever. All right, Moon Knight #6, or Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu #6. This has been a good read by Jed McKay. I've been digging this, and in this one, I guess I try to hesitate because I don't want to tell too much. I don't want to spoil anything. But in issue 5, Moon Knight get his ass whooped. So basically, this is the aftermath of that. You guys know the villain of it if you've been reading it. You know who the villain is. You know where the villain is from. If you don't, I will say that he's a godly guy, but in human form. But he beats Moon Knight's ass, and they have to go and they have to rescue him, and then kind of get him back together so he can get back in the fight. But this was a really good issue, and the story is even doper. Um, Rewinding, this is X-Men 12. You already saw 13, so I read 12. I haven't read 13 yet. But this is a real good story, like I said, and I'm enjoying this one, especially because it got Alpha Flight in it. When I used to collect back in the early '80s, Alpha Flight was one of the groups that I always checked for, and so I'm happy to see them, doing a little something in the modern comics. All right, and shout out to my man Rodney Barnes. This is Batman Full Moon. This is the final issue of this series. Is issue 4, and he wraps it up really well. And that's why I think that Rodney Barnes is one of the greatest storytellers of our time, because a lot of storytellers, a lot of times, especially in comics, they don't know how to give a good wrap up to no Diddy. They don't know how to end it right. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where the story is great going along, but then when you get to the end, it's a little lackluster. In this, he did it right, and I think that it ended the way it should be. I was entertained all the way to the end. So y'all check that out. This is Full Moon, Batman Full Moon by Rodney Barnes, and I forgot Subik's first name, but great art. It matches up. All right, all right, all right. Sam and Twitch. This is another one of my favorite series that's out right now. These are the detectives that are in the Spawn universe, and in the last issue, my man Twitch he got assaulted, so they end up having to find him and try to get things back together. But it's a lot going on, but it is a great detective story. It's like an extreme New York, whatever that show is, New York, not New York Undercover, but something like that. But it's really good. It's a really good series, and I think I'll talk about this one also in an individual video. And individual videos going back to Hyde Street. This is that issue 4. I believe this was the cover A to that one, by Jeff Johns and Ivan Reese. So picked up this one, and this is like the introduction to this guy right here. I forgot his name, but he's 6'7", and he is the epitome of the Frankenstein monster. But when you read his story, you feel kind of bad for him. It's a really good read. You guys should check this out. All right, moving along. This week, today, what did I pick up today? I got Sam Wilson, Captain America. Picked that up with this is Josiah Bradley, Isaiah Bradley's grandson, I believe. Also picked up Avengers 24, The Heist for the Century. Only reason I'm really reading this is because it has an active 616 Black Panther in it, but the story's been pretty decent. And I got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 31. Enjoying this one. Hey, this has been going on for a while, and I'm like, let me see. Yeah, so Deadpool is still rocking out in this one, but Cody Ziegler has been one of the longest standing writers. He's on 31 issues of this joint, and it is still very good. Still something for me to pick up and read, and still something that, if I miss it, I'm like, damn, what happened with Miles this week? So happy to have this one too. And next, I got, of course, that Black Panther, that Ultimate Black Panther, and I got two covers. I got this cover, and with all things Black Panther, I got this cover as well. And I also have this one in my pull list over at Plant City Comics Cafe, so I'm gonna grab those as well. And that's for the numbers because, like I said, one of my issues with my local comic book shop is my subscription got suspended, but that's a whole nother story. So anyway, this has been something. This came out last week, I believe, but they finally got it in. I'm not sure what I don't know if Penguin is bringing these or Diamond. I don't know who's delivering them, but they're coming out late. But this is Brawn Faces number 2. I'm loving these covers. I wish I had access to more, so I'll probably this weekend try to look and see if I can find another cover of this one. I got 2 covers for one, and then I at least want to get 2 covers for 2. All right, so next up is epitaphs, whatever that means, from the abyss, and these horror covers is what it's about for this book for me. I finally read it. I think I put it in a previous video, but I finally read it, and the stories have been really dope. And yeah, it is definitely something that you might want to check out. So read this. A new series on the scene that you guys should pick up, that I'm recommending that you should pick up, is this Bug Wars. And this is Bug Wars number 2. And the thing about it, it's like basically if you look out into your backyard and you just think about all the bug species that's out there, what if it was an entire civilization out there that you didn't know about, and then all of a sudden your ass got shrunk down to bug size and you found yourself amongst it. So that's what this one is about. Very dope so far. I love first issue. Let's see, it's written by Jason Aaron. So Jason Aaron, shout out to Jason Aaron. I met him once. Mahmoud Assar is the artist, and Matthew Wilson is assisting in the artwork. So y'all check this out. It's really good so far. Look at that mosquito in the back. Hate mosquitoes. This is Florida though, so you gotta love them a little bit. All right. Anyway, so Sacrificers number 15. This is No Light Beyond. This is 4 of 4 by Rick Remender. I've loved this series. I'm anxious to see what happens in this, how they ended up wrapping this up. This is the end of an arc. Maybe the end of the series, but definitely the end of an arc. So I don't know yet. We'll see. But y'all check out this series as well. And then finally, Absolute Batman number 5. This has also been a really dope read. It's been a really good series so far. Snyder. So I don't know. Oh, they got an ad for WonderCon in it. So I don't know. This is going to be really dope. Every time I open these Absolute Batmans, because you don't actually know. You heard some of the stories about Batman and all the other titles that he has, but this one is like a curveball because it's coming from a different angle. This cover is pretty dope too. So this is something that you guys definitely might want to pick up. Definitely want to read this as well. And that's what I got so far in the past couple of weeks, except for I got something in the mail. And held out on this one to the very last. I've already cut the little tape, so I'm not struggling with it. But if you watch my previous video or the one before that, just watch a couple of the ones in the past, you'll see that I have been after a particular series that is extremely difficult for a lot of people to acquire. I've actually never seen any of these books in the wild, so this is another eBay purchase. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I have been extremely lucky. Like I said, I don't know if God wants me to have these books. God don't care about comics really, but if God wanted me to have these books, He is definitely putting them in my way. I ended up getting number 2, number 3, and number 4 um, in my last shipment, and I did not pay anywhere close to what people are asking for these covers online. The scarcity of the books does have a factor, but this one actually came from someone who they did a estate sale, and a lot of stuff was sold, but I think this was something that was left over from the estate sale. That this one, they only had one book listed in their on all of their eBay stuff. They only had one comic, and this is it. This one actually came from Lake Panasofoke, Florida. So somewhere close by. I don't know where, but shout out to Mr. John Chandler. Appreciate you for getting it here safe and sound. And real quick, so I can end this video and I can go. I gotta go make a run real quick, you know. But this is what I picked up. And like I said, I picked this up for such a cheap price. I was scared the whole time that I was going to get the book and it was not going to be in upper tier class as far as the condition of the book. This is a high grade book, and I got it for like, just think if I put a grade on it, I got it for the same thing that somebody might pay for a 2. And this is actually closer to like an 8.5. So, but this is Willie Jackson, Fast Willie Jackson number 5, and this is almost completing my run. I just have number 6 and number 7 left to go. So if you guys get a good lead on that, hopefully I can be lucky enough to get it for the same prices that I've gotten the other ones. Number 1 is the only one that I believe that I paid for over $100 for. But all of this one, 2, 3, 4, and 5 came in at under $100 for the asking price. So not collectively, but individually, and it goes down. I think I don't want to talk about prices, but anyway, happy to have this one. Yo, this made my week. Just got this here today, so right on New Comic Book Wednesday. So that's my pickup. This is my haul video. You guys hit me up in the comments. You know, I always got something to talk about. In fact, I just remembered something that also happened. Some Black Panther news that I got off Twitter that Marvel announced. There's going to be a new Black Panther comic coming out in June. Already, so far, the Black Comic Lords have talked about it. Herschel talked about it a little bit on his channel, on their channel. I watched that. He had some great points, and I will stick. You guys go check them out anyway. Y'all check out the Black Comic Lords and Herschel's last video, where I think I want to misquote it, but it's like, you know, Marvel seems to be trolling Black Panther fans. I think that's what the title was, and I agree. I agree with Herschel 100%. I agree with some of the other people that were joining in on the chat or on the video. I do believe that Marvel is playing some kind of game, and I do think that they're trying to do something nefarious with the T'Challa character, the T'Challa Black Panther character. So anyway, yeah, we'll talk about it later in another video. But if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. And continue to evolve. This is your man, Jay. Holla at me in the next one. Peace.